What's going on, everybody? It's Glenn for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into this. I've been behind a lot of things, so I'm giving you guys a late reviews. We're gonna start with Saturday night's main event, which was like a filler show, but it was alright. It was an alright show. Goldberg had his retirement match against Goldberg, which was an okay match. I come to find out was one of Goldberg's longest matches, like 14-15 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, after that match or Goldberg was about to have a speech or whatever, and it was cut short early. Even I was like, whoa, that's it? They just cut it like that? I was even a little shocked, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Goldberg's pissed off. He was kind of pissed off about that, and I can understand why, but, or whatever the case may be. But supposedly they didn't have enough time or whatever, towards the end of the show, so he got cut short early. But he's getting out like some backlash from a lot of people from his comments that he made on a recent podcast or whatever. But we're gonna talk more about that. But the show itself was, it wasn't, like I said, Saturday Night Main Event is, I don't never get too excited about those shows. Randy Orton had a match with Drew McIntyre, with the likes of Logan Paul and Jelly Roll out there, which pretty much setting up their match for SummerSlam. There's gonna be like a tag team match, I believe. Jelly Roll and Randy versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. But I don't know, man. I feel like that. Well, I don't think they're gonna do it there, man. But I mean, if you wanted to turn Randy Orton heel, I have him punt kick Jelly Roll. And but that's only if they looking to do that, because I don't think so, because it's looking like Cody may be the one to turn heel, and possibly John Cena might go back to face during SummerSlam. I'm hearing it's supposed to be like something major supposed to happen, like it's gonna be a big night, like supposedly supposed to be like a major twist between that match with him and with Cody and Cena. And then plus it's a street fight, we saw on SmackDown, they had a contract signing, whatever the case. So yeah, but Saturday Night Main Event was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's been going on. Wrestling's been kind of dry lately, and like it haven't been much excitement there with things. But nonetheless, Goldberg had his match against Gunther, and Randy, had his match against Drew McIntyre, and then it was a couple other matches on the show. It wasn't important to me, it was nothing to really remember with that show besides, Goldberg's retirement match, and I guess you could say what Gunther and Jelly Roll, and I don't know, man. I don't know where they going with the product. Cause I know, I ain't gonna lie, Evolution, the women's, I owe them an apology, man. I ain't even gonna lie, the Evolution pay-per-view was better than the Saturday Night Main Event shit. Like, them women showed they ass, man. Especially that triple threat match between Bayley, Lila Valkyria, and who else is in it? Bayley, Lila Valkyria, and damn, I forgot who else is in that match. But nonetheless, they had a great match, like great triple threat match. Damn, Lila Valkyria, Bayley, and was it Stephanie Valkyria? I can't even remember. But them women had a great match. Great match. I know Naomi had a match with Jade Cargill. They feud was continuing on, because Naomi had taken Jade Cargill Saturday Night Main Event when she was in the crowd, stuff like that. So so they feud is still picking up. I believe Jade got she got a title opportunity against Naomi at SummerSlam. So she finally got opportunity. One off, see if she could. But I don't think they're gonna have Naomi just drop the title like that, that quickly, So great pay-per-view by the women, Rhea Ripley, and they had a great match. I forgot who Rhea was. It was just so much going on that night. I think she's fighting Raquel. I think, I'm not too sure, but it was just, I know women, they showed out on that night. On the whole pay-per-view was good from top to bottom. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think it was going to. I was one of the ones that was thinking it was going to be that good. I ain't going to lie. But it was actually better than Saturday night's main event. That says a lot, you know. So, also another news, Seth Rollins. Oh, yeah, Seth freaking Rollins. He went against LA Knight at Saturday night's main event. Supposedly, he tweaked his knee, or, you know, doing a little backflip thing, or he got a, you know, serious knee. It's supposed to be the same knee that got injured before, but then I'm hearing it could be a fake injury, kayfabe injury. So now I don't know what to believe, man. Cause I'm hearing it could be like a fake injury that he's playing off for whatever reason. So yeah, that happened, and LA Knight ended up going over, you know, on Seth Rollins, and I heard that wasn't the original plans, you know, but since, you know, that little injury happened, but plans has changed, so that ended up happening that night. And then also Jimmy had a match with Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship, which we already knew how that was gonna turn out with interference at the interference. Yeah. But then Monday Night Raw was pretty much like a little, I don't know, it was like a continuation of it was like a continuation of the Evolution pay-per-view. They pretty much start off with like a couple of women's matches up for the show. The main point of the show was we got the return of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Yeah, I ain't say that in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So we got the Tribal Chief back. But besides that, Raw wasn't even all that good. And also, Naomi, Bianca Belair gonna be the referee for Jade and Naomi's match. I'm wondering how that's gonna turn out. Is Bianca Belair gonna side with Naomi and finally turn heel? That stuff's still up in the air though. But yeah, Monday Night Raw was like trash though, low-key trash. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's like nothing really. What the Tribal Chief return? Oh, they had a gauntlet match, which Braun Breaker, I ain't gonna front, he was going to fuck off. He was going nuts, man. But you know, he beat Penta, he beat Jimmy, LA Knight. I mean, his last opponent was CM Punk, and then CM Punk came out there. You know, that's when the extra dick riding started happening. You know, you got Big Bronson Reed out there dick riding. Then you got Jay Uso was just trying to get his shit back. You know what I'm saying? So he came out there, and when things was looking bad, you know, CM Punk beat Gunther or whatever the case may be. He get a shot at SummerSlam against Gunther for the World Championship. So they end up whooping CM Punk and, you know, Jay ass, you know, until, you know, we got the return of the Tribal Chief. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen the Tribal Chief since what, WrestleMania? Like, it's been about a couple months. He did this shit last year. He had a match at WrestleMania, then he had returned at SummerSlam. That year he had the same shit. So I don't know. It's kind of like a recycled thing with the whole Roman Reigns thing. But supposedly he's supposed to you know, be on more shows throughout the week. Like he's gonna appear on more Monday Night Raws and stuff like that. But my thing is he gonna wrestle? Like, is he just gonna make his appearance? More like he's not gonna wrestle. He's gonna probably just make his appearances and just, you know, talk his shit on the mic and talk about how he the Tribal Chief, only Tribal Chief. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how that played out. You can see Paul Heyman, he was shocked to see the Tribal Chief, man. He don't want no smoke with the Tribal Chief, especially after he, you know, turned his back on him, you know. So, you know, CM Punk got his title shot. Like I said, it wasn't really much to highlight on Monday Night Raw either. That shit was type trash. I mean, a lot besides the, you know, return of Tribal Chief. But even with that, it's like, what's gonna be the payoff with, you know, with Roman, you know, coming back to go against, you know, Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed? Because I mean, no, and that's no knock to Big Bronson Reed and Breaker. It's just, I don't know. A lot of people feel like Roman is now like in a jobbing spot, but I can't say that because Big Bronson Reed and Breaker is up and coming. They are future stars, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? But with the status of Roman, people feel like he deserved more. I don't know if they feel like he deserved another title match but he never really got his. Technically, he never really got his rematch after he lost that Mania. Technically, so I mean, I know a lot of people feel like he should just go for the for his rematch, but I don't know. It's just he had a long run with the title. Roman, he don't need it. He don't need the title as of now. But I'm supposedly when he do win the championship again, it might be the Raw World Championship. I guess to elevate that title a little bit. Now they have CM Punk go over on Gunther, which I don't know that. I mean, even though I feel like CM Punk definitely do deserve at least one run with the title. At least one shot, even if he end up losing, for the 1 or 2. I don't know, cause that title, I think the longest person that held that title was Seth freaking Rollins when they first debuted it. When he first won, I think he held it the longest, like a year. But besides that, nobody had held that title for more than prior to that 6 months, and it really have not been elevated, as much. Also, Dirty Dom and still playing mind games with AJ Styles for that Intercontinental belt. But I believe AJ Styles is getting his championship, match at SummerSlam against Dirty Dom. I'm also hearing he may make a soon appearance back to TNA. I don't know how true that is, or he may just retire his career. I don't know. I believe he's gonna retire in WWE, but he could have a two brands, retirement or whatever. He could have a retirement in WWE and TNA. That's what I would do for AJ Styles. Why not? You know what I mean? He deserved 2 ceremonies in both promotions, and I see them giving that to him too. I see them giving that to AJ Styles once he finally ready to hang up the boots, because he's up there in age. You know what I'm saying? So he's aiming towards retirement himself. So it just that was the story with that. You know what I mean? But besides the point, we get into what. But obviously, but as far as this Goldberg thing, yeah, he's getting a lot of backlash though, because his little interview on that podcast, he wasn't really happy with the finish. And like I said, I could understand, because even I was like, but he fucked up when he compared himself to the likes of Taker and Cena. It's and I'm a Goldberg supporter. I'm not gonna lie, but nigga, what? How you gonna compare your? I mean, granted, they would not have done that to Cena or Taker. We already know that they wouldn't have did that to them guys, and he's right about that. But to compare, to even, I don't know, to even throw yourself with those 2 caliber guys that wrestle way more matches than you and way much time, because I'm hearing that Goldberg only wrestled throughout his whole career 300 something matches. I didn't know it was that less of matches he had in his career. Unlike the likes of Cena, who had 2,000 plus matches and counting, and Taker's up there too with matches 1,000 plus 2,000 matches. So they done have way more matches than Goldberg, and way more match time than Goldberg in matches. So that was a bad comparison for Goldberg to make, But he absolutely right though. No, they would not have done that to Cena or Taker. He's right about that. But again, you're not them guys. You're not them guys, man. At least if you wrestle at least half the matches in time that they wrestled, maybe we could have had an argument. But you're not those guys, Goldberg. You're not them. You didn't put in as much. Even your first run in 2003, you didn't really. You did a year, and you dipped off. You know what I mean? Then you came back when the price is right, and I'm not mad at that either. Make your money. But don't be out here capping. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the frustration. But and I can understand some people backlash that he's ungrateful, whatever. But like I said, I understand because I was like looking like, damn, that's all the time they gave him to speak. But supposedly they gave him more time on a YouTube channel. They extended it on there. For whatever reason, the show was running on time, or whatever the case may be. Shit happens. So I don't know, but like I said, he'll be alright, man. He would be Goldberg would be alright, man. But a lot of people feel like he just angry man. I didn't even know he was Jewish. I did not know Goldberg was Jewish. Not to say there's anything wrong with being a Jew, but I just didn't know he was a Jew. I learn something new every day, man. So I'm still learning. But yeah, not that that had anything to do, with him being, whatever the case may be. But I can understand the frustration. But again, I feel like it was a proper send off. Like I said, that was like one of the longest matches he did, in his career, or in a long time in his career. Like they said, 22 years or something like that. So yeah, so that's pretty impressive, man. You gotta be happy with that, I guess. And then, but SmackDown was like so trash, man. Oh man, like the way they started the show was so cheesy with the cheesy ass cops and like man, SmackDown was like terrible, man. I don't know what's going on over there, man. It was in what the only thing to remember was the contract. Even that was a little cheesy and whack with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. But the only thing that's kind of a teaser is that Cody may, like again, he may be the one to turn heel this time around. And then I'm hearing John Cena, he may actually go back to babyface around that time, and then I guess Cody gonna be the one to take the hill for Sana or whatever. I don't know how they gonna. So like I said, I don't know how they gonna play that off, but supposedly something major supposed to happen at SummerSlam. I know SummerSlam is a 2 event show. So they match is definitely gonna be in night 2, the main event. Cody and Cena, with no doubt about it. I know Roman, like I said, he's back, but I don't know if they're gonna put him in the main event on night 1. No, not time. No, but I don't know because then you got CM Punk and Gunther for the championship. So I don't think they're gonna give Roman the main spot this time around, especially going against Braun Breaker and and Big Bronson Reed. I don't see them giving him the main event over well, I don't know, man, cause they did that with JF Mania, with Gunther. Wasn't that the first match on I believe night 1 of Mania. So I don't know, they did that title got no respect, man, like that. That's why it's kind of rumored that Roman's going to be the one that possibly challenge for that championship somewhere down the line. You know what I mean? That world championship for Raw. Because it seems like they're going to have him on Raw as well as a Raw superstar for the time being. Because he's going to be supposed to be making his next appearance on Raw tomorrow night. So we gonna be, and then plus we gonna see more of him in the weeks on and so forth. I guess leading up into SummerSlam, but yeah, he's not gonna. I don't know. He's not gonna be wrestling though. He's gonna be making appearances, probably just taking a couple of ass whoopings, giving a couple of ass whoopings, and that's about it. Also, it was good to see the women's legends at Evolution too. Ivory, Melina. Well, I think that was Tori Wilson. Yeah. Vicky Guerrero, excuse me. Yeah, it was a Jacqueline, Molly Holly. I grew up watching them women. They was badass, man. Not to say the women in today's time ain't badass, but those women back in the Attitude Era, man, cause the women in the Attitude Era was fighting men. Women in this era fighting no men. I mean, the women do want to. There have been talks about intergender matches again, but I guess in today's time, in the sensitive vast world we live in, uh, I don't think WWE TKO want that type of backlash like that. I guess I don't know because I know the Indies it's a couple spots in the Indies that do it. Have intergender matches and stuff like that. Hell, I know Chelsea Green had a match with I think Penta in the Indies, and they had a great match. Like she said Penta helped out a lot in that match, which is a good thing. He kept her safe, etc. etc. So they was talking about it. I know they put it back in the video game, but I don't know. I don't think they gonna go back to that unless it's like a tag team match. But still, the man and the woman can't touch each other. It's I think it's gonna stay just like that. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about this week of wrestling because I ain't gonna front, it was like trash. Like the only thing that stuck out, I ain't gonna front, the women's evolution pay-per-view was good. I'm not even gonna lie. I take back what I said in my last review. Not even giving it shit a chance. Saturday night's main event, I already knew that shit was gonna be dummy trash. Like I already, I already knew it was gonna be dirt. Because all Saturday Night Live main event that's the number one top filler show, man. That they got going. When they next one, one is in December. What type of fillers they gonna have there on that next one, So I don't know. I'm not really not a fan of the. It's good to have. It's good. I like the old school feel, and I love that, of course. But it's just trash, man. I don't know. But same thing with Raw. The only thing that Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, man. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns returned, and that was like the highlight of the night. Like I said, as far as Seth freaking Rollins, a lot of people he still had that contract still good with him for a year. A lot of people forgot the hell. I even forgot that contract was good for a year. And I'm hearing that Seth freaking Rollins is only going to be out, for like I said, if it's like a real injury, maybe like 3 to 6 months. But if it's kayfabe, what I mean, a lot of people feel like CM Punk is gonna beat Gunther for the title, and he's gonna like possibly cash in on CM Punk. I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. But only if it's like a fake injury. I was hearing it was like a kayfabe injury though. I was definitely hearing about something about it being like not a real injury. Like so. I don't know how true it is. Even on big, guys like JD and Solo. Oh, I ain't hear Solo partner, but JD got wind that it was like a kayfabe injury. He feel like it's a kayfabe injury. I felt like that at first, but then now that one got out, I'm like, I don't know, it could be. I mean, they ain't really show him in the surgery room or nothing. Not unless they. I don't know if they still do that, but I don't know. I know they showed them on crushes and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know how. I don't know. We just got. I guess we just gotta wait and see to SummerSlam or whatever the case may be. Because like I said, contract's still good for the whole year. So he still got a whole year to cash that sucker in. He could cash that shit in that next year Mania if he wanted to, like he did. Like he did before Brock and Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about wrestling this week. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And you guys have a good night. I'll be giving you guys a review on Monday Night Raw between tomorrow night and possibly, Tuesday, Wednesday. You guys stay safe. Stay blessed. And I appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. God bless.